I don't know what I am. Boom, boom, boom. My mouth hurt. What did I eat? I keep forgetting I ain't got the music playing. I'm online, Lord Jesus. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's not gonna be long. It's gonna be short. It's gonna be short. The next one gonna be long, but it's gonna be short. It's gonna be short. I keep talking and going the wrong way. Hold on. All right, y'all. I wanted to talk about last night. First of all, I gotta give my shout out to Upper. She had a great live. It was I liked it this better than I know everybody goes separate and everything with everything they have. But I liked it alive because it was great to have different mindsets and different conversations about um, the situation. You know, it was good to have people that feel like it was self defense talk their, take their stance. And it was good to hear people that was on Romeca's side. I feel like it wasn't self defense, take their stance. It was very, very great to hear people talk about the things that were said, pulling up some facts. Child, Big Keys was in there with his crazy self. Child, that man is a hoot. Okay, but it was good. I just want to talk a little bit about it. I liked it how everyone came together. And another thing, shout out to everybody that was controlling the chat. Rude people in there. She set down the boundaries. She had the rules of what it was, and there were people on the panel having conversations. I didn't hear no one cuss no one out. A lot of people just stating their facts and their points. I didn't hear, people did feel a little way, but it was some assurance, which was positive. I do want to say that it was awesome to hear the standpoints and to hear her say, "Hey, I feel this way about gun laws," and I feel like people don't pay attention to the laws in place for people that are pew holders. And people have to understand those things are in fact there. Now, what I do want to discuss is I want y'all to pay attention with our conversations. And it's not pertaining to a case, but it's pertaining to people who listen and hear what y'all feel about your gun laws. And I liked it that conversation because it gives you an in-depth of what the gun laws need to be switched to and changed. Because certain states, as I said before, Florida has lost certain things with their gun laws, as we know of what, like 4 or 5 months ago. So just be reminded of that. Um, but yeah, it was a great conversation. Now listen. We can agree to disagree. But it was one person. This is my opinion. I want nobody to know it was one person or somebody that was in there. I was just like, sir. Some of the things I was like, that can happen. Are you sure that can happen? Because I never heard of that. And it was strange to hear. And I wish people, anybody that was in there, I want y'all to take this and pay attention. Please remember the scenarios that you heard, because we are getting ready to go back to the polls next year. I want y'all, listen to me when I say this. If my live gets strike, I know it's the truth. I want y'all to remember the scenarios, what they said about the TPOs and all of that. Now, never forget it. When you go to them polls, I promise you're going to see some of them scenarios. Don't forget it. And I thought about that last night. I said, you know what? Them scenarios are gonna pop up. And I don't know why that came in my head, but I just thought about that because you gotta understand that they're switching things every day, every year, every time, right? And I didn't know that people can stay in the same apartment complex and you got a TPO. I wouldn't want to stay there with you. I'm sorry. I don't know. Baby, I want you to stay far away from me as the eyes can see. I want you to stay so far when Pocahontas had to look through that little binocular she had. They were that far coming in. You see what I'm saying? That's how I want you to stay farther than that. Well, she didn't have no care in the world till her grandmother tree told her. Do you understand me? No, I can't do it. Um, I didn't know that. And they were saying, yeah, they can be, but there are rules and stipulations. I was glad that that was broken down. I was glad that, Upper came up with her scenario. And, there were people saying, that can't happen. But then you had someone who deal with law say, hey, that's true, but there are rules and regulations and guidelines to that. And hearing the debate showed me that we, as a Black community, have to pay attention to our laws and regulations and go deep. They're not going to tell you. They're going to feel like they don't have the right to tell you unless they have to tell you or unless you're in that situation. And now I understand why it's a push with Black lawyers and doctors encouraging for children to be doctors and lawyers. Because, yeah, some of that information was there, but then when we start researching and going deep together, we start finding out things. And we was like, oh, okay. Then we learned there are rules and stimulations to that law. Yes, but then there's that as well. So I encourage, if you have little doctors and little lawyers as Black children, encourage them to go to school, to go to law school. Encourage them to be a doctor. Encourage them. I don't care what kind of scholarships they can get. Encourage them because that is so important. A lot of us are sitting here, never go that deep into it unless something happens. And now they can go deeper into it and figure it out. They can know the laws. They can know. And one thing about being a lawyer or someone in the law system, you don't just know the law for your state or your county. You have to, yes, I said county. There, yes, you'll be surprised. You have to know the law for all 51, is it 51, 50 states? All the US. And then if you're going to deal with somebody that travel out of the country, you need to know the other country laws as well. And it is a totally different thing. So that's why it's 7 years. And I wish I had someone that told me that when I wanted to take it. Why it was 7 years is because you're not learning just one state law. You have to know all of them. You have to know if all of them have the same thing or not. What are their constitutional rights? This one and that one, it all varies and differ. And you have to know other countries as well if you want to work with NBA players, athletes, you want to work with musicians, you want to work with in any of them, you have to know those things. So, hey, Terry, so please, y'all encourage them babies to go to school because there were things that I didn't even fully do a research on. And that lets me know that I need to do fully more better research when it comes to things like this in laws. I've been trying to dig into it, but obviously, thank you, Terry. But obviously, it's so hard because certain states and counties have certain things that you have to go through. So that's another thing. But yes, it's important because I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody can get you with just that one thing. Trust me. They can get you, oh yeah, but you forgot this. So that's another thing. But yeah, it was great hearing all the opinions about it. Like, I should have wrote my notes because I don't know I was gonna do a recap and talk about it. But yeah, it was great. Now the one thing that kind of threw me for a loop Was the fact was we did okay, before we get into that, we did get into the stipulations of who should have been wearing what. It was still a little bit of that. But I can say this. I said it before, and I said this, and I don't think nobody read what I said in the chat. Everybody was like, "Oh, well, Holly wanted to spend time, with her baby daddy and her child." Okay, that's cool. But I still feel like Holly ain't the only person that got a child with him. That's how I was feeling last night. She's not the only person. I still stand this today. She's not the only person that have a child, a human that is in this earth, in flesh, in a human form body, running around with this man. When she spent time, that don't matter. Here's my point. Me, and I'm gonna be honest, because I've seen people do it. There are a lot of baby mamas don't mind getting a nice getaway with their baby daddy. Okay, don't let it fool you. There are hotels and all. If she wanted to get the nookie like y'all said she wanted to, baby, that is not a time. I would have said, yeah, that's great. But when you come on now, y'all know how y'all can have a conversation with a man and you boost his ego and tell him where you want to go. She could have got her a nice hotel room. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm not finna lie. I'm finna be honest. Yes. And I feel like if she can, be there, she can too. And that's just fair. At some point in life, and I want y'all to understand, because this is where co-parenting get blurred and wrong. You have to co-parent the right way. Anything can fracture that co-parenting relationship with the children. Children will have to feel like they have to compete or favor when it's like this. Trust me, I have been there and I know people that have. That is not good and that is not healthy. That is not healthy. And that's one thing I wish the Black community to grasp of, because when it comes to co-parenting and you adding a blended family, it gets a little gray because people feel like, oh, well, you getting this and you getting that. Instead of saying, you know what, we all need to do something together. They're going to be siblings. It always come into the competition of what and who has who. And I think that's where it got cloudy at. Yes, it would have been sticky. But if it was done, I feel like if there was some accountabilities the right way, in the long run, it would have got done the proper way. It's not easy being a blended family and co-parenting. Number one. So that's one thing I want people to understand. It wasn't just Holly that has a child with him. Romeca has a child with him. Regardless who needs to spend time with who, it is important. And I wish y'all stop saying that. I want y'all to please stop saying that, please. Let's be for real. Because I'm going to tell you, when he get older, if he look at this, he's going to, damn, like, what about me? You don't want a child to feel like that. Nobody wants to have a child to feel like, damn, what about my pain? What about me? Nobody wants to feel like that. Trust me. I don't care how old you get. You don't want to feel like that. And from experience, I know that feeling. So I think that's fair to say. Another thing that I did want to say, okay, touching on this. So there were conversations about people using weapons. And in the conversation, I heard people say, this is what I heard say. Well, this was the conversation. They said, well, she could have harmed, and men can kill with bare hands. We didn't say women. And women can have, their times where they just black out. That is true. So we did come into agreement that we understood, but it didn't fit the box. Another thing that was said was if they feel scared, they'll just poo. They don't care. I want y'all to, and I was hearing the person try to explain that this is America. You can go where you want to go. Let me explain something to y'all. I said this again. I'm going to say it again. You're right. This is America, baby. But if you ain't been turning on your TV or turning on your phone to what is going on, no, you cannot go anywhere you want to right now. Period. We are under a fight of non-dictatorship. And if you don't know that y'all feel like, oh, I can go here, I can go there are people that don't want your ass to go anywhere. I want you to remember. And I hear, and it was like somebody saying, and I was just like, okay, y'all, I understand we in America, but what make you think? And it's the question I have for everybody that feel that way. Why do you feel like America is so great and free that you can go anywhere and you ain't even step outside to see what is going on out there? I really want y'all to answer that question to me. Like, I understand back then we can go anywhere because it was cool. We had got stimulations after so long, after 60 years. Yes, I said it. Between 60 to 50 years, right? But let's be clear where we are in America. And this is why I keep having these conversations on my platform every day. Let's be clear where we are in America. Why do you feel like because you have somebody with multiple felonies that's running this country that you're able to jump out the window and get off of anything when we are seeing the stipulations put on when it comes to the black and brown community? I don't know. I hate when I hear people say it's America, I can do what I want. I don't know if you checked, but baby, they're putting a ring on what you can and cannot do, and they're trying to put you in a cage of what you shouldn't do. I really need y'all to pay attention before you just come out and say, I can do this and do that. We are living in a country where I just seen there are China saying 17 cents to feed America, children. Germany making commercials in Africa to where they're saying that we need to be fed. I'm still trying to figure out what's so great about America right now. Ain't crap great about this motherfucker. Yes, and if you kind of like what? Yes, there are commercials. Remember when they used to do Africa free African children? Africa done got their corn and it was waiting for this time of their life and gave us a 17 cent of free the American children. I promise you, look it up. That was one thing. And when I heard them say, well, this is America, I can go anywhere, nobody can stop me. Yes, they can. Like, I don't know if people ain't turn on their teeth. And I was just listening like, yeah, I know we've been talking about Romeca a lot, but I really need y'all to cut y'all TVs on at this point. I really need y'all to pay attention to the restrictions we have going on 8 weeks. I want y'all to go watch my government video and the EBT video. I want y'all to go watch them 2 videos because I really, and a lot of people feel like the laws, and I'm going to say this with all my heart. Hey, thank you, Anissa. Yes, justice for Romeca. Big time. But I want to tell y'all this with all my heart, and I mean this. Y'all can't come out here and do all that stuff that y'all thought y'all could get away with because you feel like it's self-defense. You can't. It's not. I don't know if ain't nobody been paying attention, but they putting a ring on what the black and brown community can do. I'm telling you. I understand that, but I'm telling y'all now, it's getting to a point. If you don't follow, they gonna make you an example. And I hate to say it like that, and it's a fact. Because everybody want to act like this regime is not doing that, and they are. I'm gonna tell you something that I want y'all to think about. First of all, I want to give out my shout out to Chicago while we talking about this, because the news that I got first to Chicago, And this is a sidebar. I want to tell y'all, I know y'all have some crime and stuff going. I know it's a lot of things going on, but y'all stood up for yourselves and others, and I can't get mad at who you stood up against. I can't. I can't get mad. The reason I can't get mad is because y'all are you learning the plot. I'm just gonna say that. I have seen things. I'm gonna do my government video tomorrow, but I'm gonna keep y'all up. If you don't know, Chicago fought back with ICE yesterday, and you can look up how they fought back on yesterday. They fought back, and instead of each other, there are things we gotta start taking the hold of. And that's what I'm gonna say with that. We'll get more deep into that. If I gotta go to Patreon and we get more into it, y'all let me know if y'all want the Patreon. I won't listen. I'll make it $1 or I'll try to make it free. But I'm not finna say everything I want to say on here because you gotta be careful. Folks be tripping for real. Trust me, I done got the hate mail already. But back to this. So it was just I was hearing that, and then I was hearing how it was sounding like to me. I guess I didn't. He didn't get to explain what he was saying when it was. Oh well, women are strong too. That's true, but I want to explain something to y'all. Why y'all feel like black women are the way they are, or they fight the way they are? When you got the world on your shoulder, black men can contest to feel the same. And the world as a black woman beats you, and this is being honest, and this is why I'm glad we had these conversations. I wish I had got up there, but black women feel like we're beaten down enough. Imagine all that frustration that we take every day and hold on to because we have to live by strong black women don't cry. That's what we were taught. And that's what the world pushed on society into us. And we forgot that. So when y'all see the girls say they just want to be soft, they just want to cry, they just want to feel, let them be that. But we can't sit here and say that women are stronger than men. We can't say that. We can't continue to be an scapegoat for, oh, they're stronger, because it's always been told we got to be stronger than anybody else. And we tired and burnt out. We have to be honest with that. You can't use that analogy. I don't know why that was used. But it was a great live. We got to the information about the TPO. There were people in the comments saying that no, she showed up and she was telling her side. And there were some things that weren't laid out to the judge, that things should have been handled. We got into that. That was a good topic too, because a lot of people didn't know. And I think it was only a surface of that TPO at the time. We also got into where people feel like they should use their weapon. And I'm here to tell y'all, the ones that feel like I got this and I should use it, I want to tell y'all something. And I'm going to tell y'all from the bottom of my heart, because it's out of love and it's not out of hate. And I want you to take it the wrong way. Be careful. You got every right. Listen, shout out to Ms. White when she say, listen, I teach my grandkids. I'm all for y'all teaching y'all grandkids, because right now, the way that we are being targeted, baby, yes, I'm here for it. But don't forget to have your ducks in a row when it's time. Because at this point, we already know. Okay? And shout out to Mrs. White for that. I was with her. I was like, I know that's right. Because my daddy taught me when I was 12. My daddy taught me all type. My daddy had, recipes to him, and my stepmom still have it, plethora of guns, a safe full of them. Anytime, any need, he had his license, and he had his on. She would have hers, he would have his. My grandmother had one. My auntie has one. So they know laws and stuff, they go by them. And I was always told what was what, and to always, and I think, did he get a chance to teach my son at one point? He did. My son was 5 when he learned. So I'm not against it. But what I'm saying is, I want y'all to have y'all laws and have, if you're gonna do anything and you feel have your ducks in a row, don't just go out here feeling like because you got it, you can use it. Because I'm telling you, don't do it the wrong way. It's not the time. It's not the time. It's election year. Excuse me, this year, next year is very crucial. I was always told election year is the worst time to get in trouble, and it is. Oh, it is. Because these judges want to be reelected, baby. So just be mindful. But yeah, it was a great debate. Upper girl sis, how you doing? And I like the way Carisha stepped in. First of all, I want to give an applause to the married couple, to the husbands and the wives. Ladies, yes, I'm here for it. Y'all got y'all some good ones. Hello, I see you, girl. All right now. Hello. All right now. Listen, you know what baby. Yes, I'm a who? Yes. Shout out to Mrs. White. Yes, honey. I love it. I love black love and seeing women being loved the right way and men too. I love it. I love that with them. They fit each other. It's just like they fit so good. I love it. I ain't even mad at baby. I celebrate it. Okay. I'm here for it. I love it. They stepped in, they gave their opinions, they had great concourse and conversations. I like that. I like that. I love it. We need them to come up. But upper, we need more debates like this. This was great. It was, I think, 3 or 4 hours, y'all. I wasn't even mad at it. I sat there the whole time. I had my TV watching me. After I got done with Brene, I said, "Oh, no, I didn't talk about Brene yesterday. I think I did one live yesterday, but I made sure I did one because I wanted to watch that. It was great. I would love Upper to do that again. I would love for Amber to come up next time because she said she got tired. I understand that, but I would love for her, and we got to have a next debate on it. I think that's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. I would like to see other content creators who do talk about this to jump on a panel and have a conversation. This is what is needed in the debates, in the talk, in the agreements, and to have conversation, because this is, like I said, Black media. This is important. So having conversations about things every now and then when people can. And, we do talk about the celebrity gossip, and we do talk about, all of that stuff, but it'd be great to have just about the government and about Romeca and what's new and what's said and if this is true. You know what I'm saying? To have conversations. This is great because this is what's needed. And I think this will be a start. And watch, other people will start doing this. Other people will. And it's okay to debate and to agree to disagree. It was a great debate. So, y'all, I'm going to end this live here because I got another live to do. So I'm going to get myself together. What time is it? Oh, yeah. I got to get myself together. I will be tomorrow. I'm going to say this in all my lives. I will be live 4 times tomorrow. Pray for me. I have to give y'all another government shutdown. We might as well say going on 60. I will be talking about micromanagement in Chelsea, I think her name is, from Selling Sunset. I know y'all heard about that. And then I might just put her with Blueface and Hazel E. I'm going to try to keep my stuff 30 minutes. I'm supposed to come back with Liv. If I don't, I'll come back with Liv Tuesday. I do want to talk about the Blueface and Hazel E. When I said another government. And then we got the closing arguments of Brene and Tim tomorrow night. There's going to be 2 3-hour live. I might have 4 or 5 lives tomorrow. So y'all just be ready. I'm just, if you come in and support. If I hear any more updates about Romeca, y'all know we're going to jump on it today or tomorrow or Tuesday, either one. I'm trying to get this court out the way. But yes, please be here. I'm going to end my live. I'm going to do another live, and then we're going to end it for tonight. Let me see how long that live go. and I might jump in with Hazel and Blueface. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. It's a lot going on. I want to thank y'all for watching. Justice for Romeca, prayers for her mother, her family, and especially her son. I'm coming back. You can watch the replay. I'll be back live at 8. I want to thank you guys for y'all support, people that are pouring in. I get more information. Y'all know I'm gonna drop it on here. Don't even worry about it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.